Hi, how are you? My name is Pete, and in this quick video I'm gonna show you how to tame Deinosuchus. So before you even start thinking about taming Deinosuchus, you should know that the minimum survival level is level 70, so if you're anything below that level, you won't be able to tame one. Also, you unlock the Deinosuchus saddle at level 74. It's not very expensive, but just keep that in mind that it's the level 74. So you can find them anywhere around the swamp area, so they pretty much share spawn points with Sarcos, and they are pretty big, so they shouldn't be very difficult to find. Now if you find one that you want to tame and it's in the bad area, they're actually pretty easy to lead away. They're pretty slow, so they won't be able to catch up on you even if you're running on foot without any speed level. So once you find the one that you want to tame, you only really need two things. Firstly, you need the full ghillie suit, because that would cause the dino to notice you less. And then you need the taming food. Whether you use the raw meat, or you use the prime meat, or mutton, or if you have access to kibbles, his favorite kibble is a superior kibble. So all you gotta do is just put the taming food on the last slot of your hotbar. Now what you wanna do, you wanna follow it around until it lays down, and then wait until it opens its mouth. Now it also have that unique sound, so you don't actually have to pay attention to him the whole time, as long as you're within the hearing distance of Deinosuchus. So once it's laid down and it opens its mouth, all you gotta do is approach it, try not to touch it, and feed him the kibble. Now you're supposed to do it straight at his mouth, however I've noticed that the best area to try to feed him at is around the back of his jaw, and I never had any problems trying to feed one there. Once you feed him, you need to give him some time. He will walk around until again he will drop down and open its mouth, and then you feed him again. And that's the whole process. However, there's few things that I want to mention. First of all, if he's in the really dangerous area, you can always try to aggro him on you. Now, as I said before, don't worry about it. He is pretty slow, so you shouldn't have any problems outrunning him, and just lead him to the more safer area, and eventually he will lose aggro on you. Alternatively, you can try to focus his attention on any other dino that he will attack. Another important information is that you don't really have to worry about its taming effectiveness as long as you feed him the right food. As you can see, this one during the taming process got himself into the fight with Therizino. Now he's clearly losing health, however he's not losing any taming effectiveness. He is generally aggroing on pretty much anything he can see, so that taming process might be prolonged because of that if there's loads of dinos around him that he's trying to kill. However, as I said before, that has no influence on its taming effectiveness. It's just time consuming, so sometimes it's just better to lead him away from every other dino. And eventually you will tame yourself a Deinosuchus. Now let me tell you why is it so good. Well, first of all, it's a very good swimmer. It's a little bit slower than Sarco, but it's still fast enough in the water. And whenever you jump off of it, it will stay beside you as long as it's on follow. However, if you whistle unfollow, or you never did whistle follow in the first place, as soon as you dismount him, he will just go straight to the surface. So whenever you're planning to go with him into the water, just make sure that he is on follow if you're planning to dismount it. He also doesn't have any oxygen stats, so he can stay underwater indefinitely. Now he's not too bad on land either. He's not gonna break any speed limits, however he's not too bad. And he has three different attacks, the first one being just a normal bite, and the second one being the tail swipe. Now what's interesting about his main attack is the fact that he will always attack wherever your camera is pointing. So you don't have to worry about the pesky raptors attacking you from behind and there is nothing you can do. He will be able to turn 180 degrees, no problem. And his most powerful attack you actually charge by holding the right mouse button until it gets to 100%, and then as long as you hold that button, it won't attack anything. However, as soon as you release it, it will actually do the attack. Now that attack is very powerful, and on top of it, it causes the bleed in its victim, and bleed causes the percentage damage. So as you can see in the case of that stego, it doesn't really take that much, it only causes 3 damage per tick, but that's because that stego is only level 15 and probably doesn't have much health to begin with. However, let me show you when you use that attack on something really powerful. Now as you can see here, I'm using the freshly tamed level 150, which gives us level 225, and it's completely unleveled. And I'm gonna put it against level 130 Alpha Moza. and just pay attention to the numbers. So as you can see, my initial attack was 1200 damage, and considering that it's completely unleveled dino, it's actually pretty impressive number. However, as you can see, every tick causes 1500 damage because that Alpha Moza has so much health that even tiny percentage of his health causes a lot of damage. So the best strategy to fight something really big is just to bite it with that massive bite attack and just try to run away if you can until you can use that massive attack again. Now I hope you find this video useful. If you did, please leave a like and consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.